It's good, Intuition Podcast family. We are back for another episode. Today we are talking about walking in your God-given purpose. I want to sit here and ask y'all a question. I want this to ring on your mind even after the episode is over. If God came to you today and said, hey, anything that you want to do in life, you'll be able to do it, and I'll make you very successful in it, what would you really do? I'm going to ask that question again. If God came to you and said, hey, anything that you want to do in life, any profession, career, anything that's going to make you money, you can do it, and you're going to be very good and successful in it, what would you do? Because a lot of times in life, a lot of people think they're supposed to be doing something and they don't even know their God-given purpose. Because see, that's the thing that a lot of us have to remember. Your purpose and your gifts are already inside you, but the first thing you must do is choose the Lord and then choose yourself right after. Because I really believe when you choose yourself and then you choose the Lord and you really ask God to order your steps and guide you towards your purpose, your path in life just becomes clear more and more every day, because you know what you want to do with your life and you understand the reason that you're on this earth to do God's will. You know what I'm saying? And in your life, when you know your gift and your purpose, you will really be fulfilled, because it's something that's going to bring you joy and fulfillment every day. And sometimes, even in the beginning, the money won't matter because you're doing something that you really enjoy. Like, I really enjoy speaking life into people and being a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? I get true joy and fulfillment out of that, because I know it's something that is inside of me, and I know that's supposed to be a part of my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing on this God green earth. You see what I'm saying? And since I started this podcast, I haven't received any money. You know what I'm saying? But the fruits of my labor have been seeing people be impacted by my words, and to see me bring some people closer to God than maybe they would have been if I wasn't around in their life. That truly brings me true fulfillment, and something that money could really never do for me in my heart. I want you guys to understand too, the poorest man in the world is a man with no vision. Proverbs 29 verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. You got to think about that. The poorest man in the world is not who's homeless, who don't have a job, who don't this, that. It's a man without no vision. You're supposed to succeed in life. You're supposed to do work. You're supposed to have visions for prosperity and what you want to bring and what you want to do in your life. Those things are very monumental. So you can be something in this world that God called you to be. Because like I always tell y'all before, God's mission is for all of us to be successful, because it's good for his reputation. When you create something, you don't create the intent of what you create to fail. You want everything that you create with your two hands or your own mind to succeed in the world so other people can see. So when you succeed, that's when people ask you, well, how did you do it? Well, I believed in Jesus Christ, and then I also worked hard and prayed hard at the same time, and I met him halfway in our relationship. So that people see, maybe if I work hard and I give my life over to Christ in salvation, I can have the same success as this person. You see what I'm saying? And it's all a beautiful cycle. But like I say too, you have to know your purpose and you have to walk in it every day with God. One of the other things I want to tell you guys too, learn to do what is required of you without apology or excuses. You are not the sole attraction. The Christ in you is. You live for Jesus and not yourself anymore. You know, a lot of times in life, you may be in a job and you may be at a certain position, and somebody may ask you to do something, but it's people that's ranked higher than you. And you're like, well, why did you ask them? They have a higher position, or they've been here longer than me, or they know more than me. No, that's your time to shine, because the Christ in you, that person seen the light in you, like how Jesus is the truth and Jesus is the light and Jesus is the way. That person sees something in you for them to say, even though X, Y, and Z is higher than you in this position, something in you that you need to, you have to understand in life. You don't know, you have to understand your assignment and what God truly has intended for you to do for your will, to do his will on this earth. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times we like to second guess ourselves or apologize or want to make excuses. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Or I'm so sorry. I know you've been ranked above me. You should be getting this promotion. You should be doing this, not me. I'm not qualified yet. No. When God has something for you, nobody can take it away from you. No moment, no promotion, no, substantial materialistic thing come in your life. When it's from God, nobody can take it from you. Seriously. So you have to learn to do what is required of you without apology or excuses. That's assignment. When you live for Jesus, you no longer live for yourself. You live for him to do his will and to give him glory on this earth. I'm telling you now, Learn to do what is required of you without apology or excuses. You are on assignment as a follower of Christ. It is your job to do God's will and do his purpose while you're on this earth. A lot of people aren't at peace, not because they're not happy with themselves, but a lot of them don't know their gift. And see, their gift and what they can offer to the world. When you don't know your gift, you don't know who you are. You don't know your purpose for being on this earth. So you kind of feel like you just floating around in midair. You know, how should your day go? What should you be doing and stuff like that? A lot of people, they have to, like I say, choose yourself first and then choose God. You know, be happy with yourself. Stop looking around and blaming other people and look at other people's flaws. Look within first. Because once you look within and you find out who you are at the soul and the crevices of your body, I'm telling you, that's when things can continue to get revealed to you more and more and more. But like I say, a lot of people aren't at peace with life, not just because they're not happy with themselves, but also, too, they don't know their gift and what they can offer to the world. Once you know your gift and once you know your true purpose on this earth, that's when things get more crystal clear. You have a lot of clarity about what you want to do in your life, but also, too, you know that God is going to continue to guide your steps to get there so you can have a lot of prosperity in your life. That's what I'm trying to say. Another thing too, God made people. Some people are rich and some people are poor based on how they see. You know, a lot of times people want to blame God for every little event. Homeless people, people getting killed, people doing this. I told y'all a long time ago, you have free will as a person. God cannot control what you do. He can't control things that happen in your life because he's very intentional. But God cannot even control you to choose him and Jesus. That has to come from your free will, and you wanted to do that and accept him in your head and your heart, and also let your actions align and follow after what you said that you wanted to accept them in your life. I'm telling you now, God made people. Some people are rich, some people are poor, but it's all based on how they see and how they act in this world. I want you to know too, when you know your gift, you know your purpose. If you know your purpose, you have a vision. And if you have a vision, you must have discipline. Vision is the key to prosperity and success. If you have a vision, you will have prosperity. And if you believe in God, you will be successful. Because anything that he creates is good for his reputation to be successful. So with that being said, find your purpose so you can find your gift. You find your gift, you see your purpose and your vision. And if you have vision, you have a discipline to go get it. You are supposed to be something in this world. And this is one of the last things I want to say too. If you hate doing what you're doing, it's not natural. You need to go find what you love to do, refine it, and serve it to the world. And then that's how it becomes a business. Go find your God-given purpose today. You're not going to find it today. You may not even find it in a month. But if you continue to keep working on yourself, putting yourself first, and choosing you, and then choosing God right after, your purpose will be revealed. Vision is the key to prosperity in life. Prosperity is success. And God wants to see you be successful. With that being said, I want to thank all of y'all for another great video. I want to thank y'all for getting me to 2,000 subscribers. I couldn't have done it with each and every one of you, including God, most importantly. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe. I love you, but most importantly, so does God. And holla at your boy, too. You know I'll see you real soon.